Hello everyone and welcome to a new video. MC-Mura here, and in today's video we are gonna check out the mid-season patch changes for Seth and for Kolin, and if you can believe it, they actually buffed Seth one more time. I'm not sure if I should be surprised or if I should expect this, because obviously Capcom have favorites, but it is pretty surprising considering how strong Seth was just a couple of months ago. Now let's take a look at some of the smaller changes, then let's discuss the really big one. The first change, and this one is kinda a quality of life thing, is now the Mad Spiral out of the V skill 2 does give him more V gauge. I mean, that's fine, alright. I mean, Seth gets to have more V-Trigger, so I guess that's fine, whatever. It's not that big of a deal, it's not that dramatic of a change. The other one is that when cancelling into the axe kick, out of jumping medium punch, they increase the hitbox. This is pretty much like a combo consistency thing. They want this to be more consistent. Obviously, as you can see, it still might whiff if you're not doing the medium, but it is a consistency change. It's not that big of a deal. Now let's talk about the big deals, like the stuff that actually matters. And this is the big one. If you notice, the V skill 1 is now +3 on hit. What does this mean? +3 on hit means that Seth get to combo crouching light punch. This is very significant because this means that this now is a thing. So now out of the V skill 1, Seth can combo into crouching jab, standing light kick into this. It also means that on a counter hit, Seth is gonna be +5, which means that he gets this target combo. And this is an attack that is kinda easy to land as a counter hit, to be honest. So this means that a random V skill could potentially be very rewarding. And even if you don't, even if you're not doing that, even the +3 one, it means that this is now gonna convert. You get the idea. It's a very big change and a very powerful buff for Seth. Now the other one is a change to the V-Trigger 1, or this is the V-Trigger 2. If you notice, this exploded, and it exploded without me doing anything. Usually you had to trigger the explosion with that delete thing he does. You had to manually trigger the explosion. This does not happen anymore. Now if it just remains on the screen, it will detonate by itself. This is very big because this means that Seth now gets to do some new setups. Let's say, for example, as you can see, something like this was not possible before, but now it is. This means that Seth is gonna have some new set play with this one. Let's say, for example, setups like these are gonna be much stronger now, right? V-Trigger 2 is gonna be legit now. It also means that because it will explode no matter what, and Seth gets to move, it makes it much more powerful against V-reversals and V-shifts, because even if your opponent V-reversal, it doesn't go away, it will remain there and it will explode, so that is very powerful. Obviously, this got buffed quite a lot. And another thing that they buffed to the V skill 1 was the follow-up. Sometimes this would whiff, but they increased the forward hitbox so that it would actually connect almost every single time. And the install art or the move that he takes is gonna be better. They improved it, the actual move itself too. But obviously it's gonna be a case by case thing. The viability is gonna depend a lot on which move he took from which character. Now let's take a look at the changes for Kolin, and it's one change and a bug fix, but the change is pretty much to her V-Trigger 1. Now when she dashes after it, she's gonna do the V-Trigger 2 dash slide, and I do think this is pretty good for her because this means ridiculous corner carry now. Like, this almost took the opponent half screen. Notice she was +24. So she gets very good Oki and a ton of corner carry. So that is pretty nice. And obviously you could always just dash forward once and activate super. So this is still a thing, obviously. This is a V-Trigger that Capcom have been buffing almost every patch, but I'm not sure if this change is enough to convince the Kolin players to switch from V-Trigger 2 to V-Trigger 1. And that is pretty much it for today's video. If you have enjoyed this video, please leave a like or a comment, it helps the channel so much. I will be leaving a link to the Patreon page and the Discord server page in the description below. Thank you very much for watching and stay safe.